Are there any questions?
What happens to the portion of the image that's off of the outside of your boundaries, the rectangle?
That is a very good question. If you were going to print it, it would sometimes bleed out. But if it's on the web, it might actually stay in the file. One way to get rid of that is you can take a rectangle and hopefully it will work. You can direct select, hold shift. Let me unlock that layer and move everything out of the way again. Let me unlock this layer. Move that away, go to Pathfinder, and it will cut off that area, which is nice for trimming.
It did the opposite of what you wanted.
It's still fine. It's still fine. It just put it to the top.
Oh yeah.
You could just move it.
Is it possible if you decided you wanted to keep the other mountain, could you change the size of your document now?
Yeah, you absolutely can. And you can go to Artboard and you can extend it all the way out if you wanted to keep that. And you can extend, and to get out of that, you just hit any other tool. So you can extend the background if you wanted to. And you can probably add more trees. Oh, they're not blocked no more.
Carol, what were you going to ask?
Is there a shareware version, like there's GIMP for Photoshop? Is there some kind of shareware for Illustrator? Is it like, how much is it to buy that?
Oh, for a Creative Cloud, let's see, for each program, I think to buy it individually, I believe it's $21.99 a month, I think. I have a student discount, so for Creative Cloud, it's like $20 a month, which is weird that it's
So I'm from the old days, so people don't go out and just buy the program and install it. You're saying it's out on the web somewhere and you kind of rent it?
Oh, yes. You would go onto adobe.com. You would purchase the Creative Cloud, and it will tell you if you want all of the programs or if you just want one program. And it is a subscription base. Yeah, it used to be you pay for it and then you have it and then you pay for the upgrade. But now it's subscription, which kind of sucks, but the good thing about it is it automatically updates. You don't have to pay for the updates.
Yeah. You've used Krita, right?
Yeah.
Kay said Krita is similar. I use Inkscape also.
Yeah, there's also a somewhat cheaper one, which my boss uses. It's called Corel Draw. Mm-hmm. You like that?
Yeah, that's more of an industry standard. I've not used Corel Draw, but I know a lot of designers, people who do machinist stuff and that also use Corel Draw. It's like a professional.
Yeah, I have used it once or twice. I haven't used it much, which there are things that are better on Corel Draw and there are a lot of things that are better on Illustrator.
Could I ask a very simple, basic?
Yes.
Question? Could you go over the steps to start a project again?
Oh, okay. Yes. File, new. Let's see. Okay. So if they tell you, if whoever asks, or if you're going to go for print, you can click print. I'm sorry, 1 second. It's been a long day. Or for mobile, which is mobile or web.
What's the difference?
Print is generally going to be in CMYK, which is cyan, magenta, yellow, black. And the printers take that as a formula. And
Okay.
that is how they print.
Okay.
But for web, for computers, all computers use RGB or red, blue, green. And that is how the colors are going to look.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's basically how it's formatted. And then you can name the file if you want. Okay, so you can name the file. Test.
Preset details. Okay.
Oh, yes. And then before you enter the width, you're going to want to change it to whatever measurements you're going to use. And then you can type in the width. I'm going to put 8.5 because that's standard normal page by 11. And then if you want it standard orientation, just up and down, more height than width, then that would be,
Okay.
and then different orientations. Oh, you can also add how many artboards or pages you want to have on. That's
Okay.
fun. And then for the bleed, that is usually for print. You can add whatever amount of inches or pixels of bleed you want. And
And again, that's just so that it goes over the edges, then it gets a straight color cut.
yes. Yeah, because printing, sorry. So when you print, a lot of times the color will have like a white line around it.
Margin.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Margin.
So if you want to go over that margin,
I
then
see.
you would add a bleed.
Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or if it's going to go through any cutting process.
Gotcha.
Like sometimes magazines, you'll want to have a bigger bleed on one side because it's going to fold.
Right. I understand. Okay.
Awesome. And then the color modes, either for web, RGB, or for CMYK, which is print. And for print, you're going to want to have it at 300 DPI or PPI, pixels per inch.
Right.
And then this page is so big.
That's something you could be aware of too. If you find a free image online that you're going to use, a lot of times it'll only be 72 DPI.
Oh,
So
yes.
when you plop it into Illustrator, it'll be really small.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Just
and
just be aware of that.
yeah, and some pictures that you like, pictures from cameras, sometimes they are far too big. Which I will get into that next class.
Cool.
Yeah, we will be learning how to placing images into the document and different ways to do that.
Good.
Perfect.
And actually, that'll be the third class, but I can go into it a little bit with text. But next class is going to be texting, altering text, like making it into a shape and then altering it. And some different things that spell check, which it automatically doesn't have, or it doesn't like format it like that. So I'll show you how to put spell check in there, which I just learned.
I didn't know you could do that.
Right? And then aligning text, like making sure it's all nice and snug, and the different ways to format it. Mm-hmm. Any other questions?
Oh, my mic was on. I have a question.
Yes.
So will we be meeting the same time next week, Mondays at 6?
Is it next week or is it
Oh, you know
2
what?
weeks?
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird because the library is closed for Washington's birthday and then Lincoln's birthday separately. So it's every other Monday.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but just 2 more classes.
Thank you.
But yes, at the same time, same location, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see you at the same time, same place.
Yeah.
On February 8th.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then again on the 22nd. Then we'll get all the stuff with text and pictures and putting everything together. Yay! Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Abby.
And I guess if you want to practice in that time, you can. Just make sure no panic clicking and be patient with the program.